Hello and welcome to my little corner of the internet. Today we are going to be decorating my new TBR cart. So I got this cart, I spray painted it green, I added some cute little decorations. I got some cloth, hot glued the edges together because I don't have a sewing machine to make it look cuter, I guess, and to protect my books a little bit from like the harsh metal on it. If you want to see my process of buying this and making it, you can head on over to my TikTok or my Instagram where I have videos posted about that. Let's bring over my old TBR cart, which is this little dinky thing. She's cute. She just doesn't fit books. Like, if you can tell, this isn't moving and it's like rubbing against the top and it's just ruining my books and it's not big enough. So that one is a lot bigger, so I'm excited to fill it. These books on this TBR cart is probably like 2% of my actual whole physical TBR. I have multiple bookshelves. I have these bookshelves right behind me. I have another big bookshelf in the other room. I have a lot of books.
What?
And so we right now are just going to be picking out what books to put on there. It's going to be all books that I have not read yet. So this main shelf behind me is mostly books that I've read that are my favorites that I want to display. But these little shelves right here are mostly books that I haven't read yet. One part of the cart is definitely going to be books and series that I have not read yet. We've got Rebel Witch, which is book 2 in the Crimson Moth duology. I really liked Heartless Hunter, so I'm very excited to read this. This is probably the most true enemies to lovers that I have ever read. Like, they actually hate each other. They actually are literally trying to kill each other, but they also kind of like each other. Then we have Sky Shade, which is the third book in the Lightlark series. It definitely hasn't been my favorite series that I've ever read, but I do want to finish it. It's fun when you read them. Yeah, again, it's just not my favorite. Then we have Fearless, which is the last book in the Powerless trilogy. I think it's been super cool to see the author Lauren Roberts indie publish the first one, get picked up in 3 months, and then just like seeing her writing progress since she's been traditionally published. I am excited to see how this series wraps up. Also, a series that I haven't finished is Kingdom of the Wicked. I'm honestly not even sure if I'm interested in finishing it. I'm going to try out reading book 2 to see how I like it. I have read the first one. It was a fun time while I'm reading it, but it did feel just meh. So we'll see how I feel while I'm reading the second one. I do not know why I haven't started the series yet. I've heard such good things about it. I am so excited to read it, but I just haven't. Gotta be honest, I kind of don't even know what this book is about. Some kind of academia. I think she goes to this kind of magic school or something. Then we have some Carissa Broadbent. I am very curious about this series. It's the Serpent in the Wings of Night series. This is kind of like a vampire kind of deal. Fun fact, I'm not the biggest fan of reading about vampires. I'm not the biggest fan of just vampires in general. Don't cancel me, but I don't like the Twilight movies. I mean, they're funny to laugh at because, like, we kind of all know they're bad, right? I haven't read Twilight. I don't know. I just haven't entered that era yet, but I'm hoping this might kickstart maybe a love for vampires. I have books 1 and 2, and then the novella, which I've heard is really, really good. These books are being traditionally published. These two are the traditionally published versions, but then this one's the indie version, which is, I don't know, kind of cool. We're back. Took a little break. We also have book 1 of the Zodiac Academy series. This is also the indie version, I just realized. This seems like a very modern fantasy, which is sometimes fun. I really don't know much about it other than people really like it, and it's a really long series, so I just have the first one right now to try out. But that chapter art inside, that is gorgeous. These are also some first books in a series I don't own the whole series of. So we have Defy the Night. Someone told me that I would really like this based on books that I've read and liked, so that's a good sign. Then we have A Tempest of Tea. Also don't know what this is about. As you can tell, I just buy books because I heard about them. Why save the world when you can have tea? So true. And then we have Phantasmo. Listen, I thought I was gonna like this because I heard it was like an adult caraval. Now I've heard that it's like super spicy, which I don't love spice in books, so kind of nervous to read this one, but I also am very curious. Gotta throw the Rose Bargain on there. I don't know if this is gonna be turned into a series or if this is just one book, but this is a new release that I've heard really good things about. Bridgerton, but make it fantasy. Sign me up. I'm very interested in this duology. It's Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I believe this is some Chinese mythology, which sounds really cool. I'm also going to go ahead and put A Study in Drowning. I've heard mixed reviews on this. I think it's more of like a cozier fantasy. This is some kind of academia, so that could be fun. Okay, and then we have Realm Breaker and Blade Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. I loved Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, so I'm very excited to read these. I've heard that she took a lot of inspiration from Lord of the Rings when writing these, which is amazing, so I'm very excited. Red Queen was more dystopian, so I'm excited to see what she did with more of a higher fantasy. I'm gonna put these two on there. These are two fantasies that are just standalones. So we have A Sorcery of Thorns, and then we have Where the Dark Stands Still by A.B. Pornick. This guy has antlers. I also have this little, it's technically a CD rack, but I made it into a bookshelf. It has all of these wrapped books on them. It's basically a book advent calendar that I was gifted from my husband's family for my birthday. So it's a book that I can open every month. These so far have been what I've been gifted. I don't know if I want to keep all of these on this shelf or if there's going to be room for it on the cart. If there is room for it, I'll probably move them over there because I don't love how this looks in my room, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to bring these books and my cart into the other room to find some more books from that bookshelf to put on there, and then we will go ahead and decorate it. Alright, we're in the other room now. This is my other bookshelf. She is quite full as well. There are quite a few books that I do want to put on this cart, so I'm going to go ahead and show those to you guys. I for sure want to put Guild on there. This is the first book in the Plated Prisoner series. Also a very long series that I've heard a lot about. A lot of the times for series that I'm not completely sure if I will enjoy, I will just pick up the first book and try that out and hold off on buying the other books. I realize that is a normal thing to do, but not for me. So this is another very anticipated series for me. It's the An Ember in the Ashes series. I have a feeling I'm going to love this series. These just got traditionally published as well, so I've been collecting all the old covers from Half Price Books. I have the first 3. This one I'm definitely going to put on there. This is the third book to the War of Lost Hearts trilogy by Cassandra Clare. Same author as The Serpents and the Wings of Night. I really love the first one. 5 stars. The second one was really good, but it was kind of long and it kind of slumped me out a little bit. So I think that's why I'm kind of scared to get into this one because I really want to like it. This is also another series that's getting traditionally published, and these are the indie covers. I will say I like the indie covers a lot better, so I'm very glad I have them. These are such big books. I don't even know if the cart can handle them. They are so big. Anyway, this is very anticipated for me, but also I'm very, very nervous to read these because, I mean, you can see the length of them. I don't know why when a book is longer, it just intimidates me way more just because the time I have to put into it. So I put them off for a while. I'm going to put these 2 books on there. This is This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi and These Infinite Threads. She is the author of the Shadow Me series, which I have read. It's not one of my favorites, but I've heard good things about these. I am hoping I like these better than the Shadow Me books, but I will say those books are very bingeable and very easy to get through, so I feel like these I'm gonna like fly through just because her writing is very easily digestible. I'm gonna go ahead and add this duology. This is What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. I think is how you say it, and Where the Library Hides. I'm excited to read these because they're very different from what I've kind of ever read. I think it's set in Egypt. That just seems very interesting. I don't think I've ever read a book set in Egypt before. I'm also just like obsessed with this end paper. For some reason, it reminds me of Divine Rivals, and I absolutely love Divine Rivals so much. But there's those end papers on the second one. I'm going to add A Fate Inked in Blood. The second book to this duology just came out. This one is Vikings. Yeah, that's all I know. It's just Vikings. This is going to fall over. Now for the part you all have been probably waiting for, let's organize this book cart. Can you guys hear that? One thing about this book cart though, I wanted to be able to put books on both sides, but it's just not big enough for that. It is a very long cart, so I feel like that's going to make up for it, and there's still going to be enough space to put all of these books on there, but we'll see. Okay, so I ran out of storage on my phone, and my phone was also about to die, so I had to deal with that. I'm sorry about all the lighting changes, because I'm sure there are so many in this video. I brought in a couple more books from the other room, just because I think we have some more room on here. So I got Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, Circe, The Bridge Kingdom, The Poppy War, These Hollow Vows, and The Song of Achilles. I think I want to display this guy, because he's just so pretty. Oh my goodness, filming this video has been so chaotic. I don't know what's going on. First, my storage died. First, I ran out of storage, and then my phone was almost dying, so I had to charge it. And then my mics died, and I had no audio filming this outro, so I am struggling. But this is the final product. I'm so glad it's done. It looks really good. I'm really happy with it. I added my little Pom Pal guy. I love those things. They're like my jelly cats. I collect them. You've probably seen them in the background of my videos before. Then I have my jar of all my mini books that I made for a TBR series that I have going on my Instagram and TikTok, as well as here. So if you want to go check those out, I will have a link to my playlist at the end of this video. And I added this little basket full of all of my reading essentials. I have my headphones, and then in this bag, there's nothing in this bag, but usually there's a my Kindle clicker page turner thingy that's in there. Then I have all of my bookmarks in here as well. As for the way I organized the books, I thought I was going to be more organized about it than I was, but it really ended up coming down to the sides of the books. I just wanted it to look all symmetrical, you know? But yeah, these are all fantasy books. I realize it's probably because I'm more drawn to buy fantasy books for some reason, just because I'm very picky with my romance books, because that's the other main genre that I read. I have a very specific type of romance that I like, so I'm always wary when I buy romance books. I just want to make sure I like them, so I always get those from the library and put them on my Kindle. And so I will read those in between reading my fantasy books, but if you're wondering, that's why it's all fantasy up in here. I read other genres sometimes. Thank you guys for watching this video and sticking around through the chaos. I don't know why this video was so chaotic to film. If you liked hanging out with me, make sure you stick around so you don't miss out on any of the fun. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!